got this new album that you recently dropped.
Pain Made Me Rich.
Pain Made Me Rich.
Yes,
I love
sir.
the title. I love everything about it. I gotta talk about it. You're promoting it right now on your shirt right now.
Yeah, Pain Made Me Rich, man. Doing real well. Merch going real well. Like always, man. Shout out to the people that fuck with me in this shit. Shout out to the people that paid in, and so many people that have helped me to be able to do this shit. And you know, we set a price for something, they overpay for it. They proud to pay, you know, and just that shit just, you know, is it really moves you when people are not just hitting a like button and shit, you know, but like, yeah, I fuck with you. I want that. Like, what that costs? Like, give me that, you know, type shit. And I've been fortunate enough to live off of it. So it's like, man, I'm very thankful, man. It's been a lot of people that it takes for me to be able to do this shit. So I'm just really grateful, to be honest. But they fucking with it. It's authentic. It's what I have done since I've been home. Just, you know, and just, it's been years now. So I'm just thankful that we have gone to this. We've made it to this point of Pain Made Me Rich. And it took me 16 albums or 15, however many, since I've been out to get me to this right here. Yeah. So, yeah.
Shit, you like including this, you like 17 projects deep.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is after coming straight out of prison and doing nothing but the music.
Yeah.
And focusing.
Mm-hmm. Blessed.
You know what I'm saying? Blessed.
Yeah.
And this would be considered, Pain Made Me Rich would be considered your second professional studio album.
Yeah. Second studio album, yeah.
The experience with this album, do you feel like all in all it was greater than the experience from the last album?
Yeah, but you just, it's your journey, dog. Like you just keep going and it just keeps unfolding and it keeps like being, you know, it's things that you feel that maybe you are real dogmatic about and over time on your journey, things that you was dogmatic about, you not like that no more. Like you just keep evolving. Like it's just, it never ends. It don't stop. Like it's, I don't know how really to explain it, but anything that you keep continuing to do as you streamline your processes, learn more, build with people, it just becomes like the beauty of you just kind of like doing this thing, you know what I mean? So
yeah, man, watching yourself unfold as you design it and shit is crazy.
Right.
I see what you're saying. I see it as a fan of it. I feel the same way. Just like I feel, just being a fan and being able to be there along that journey is a great thing, man.
Yeah, so. And again, like for me, just waking up and people in your DMs and they're like, "Hey, let me get," because I used to have a website. Mm-hmm. The website shit for me wasn't really working well, right? And selling out of my DMs, which was my original thing that I always did, that worked better for me. I know I should do both, but when people that organic connection of people reaching, I enjoy that because I learn much more like that. It would be great for me to just set up a website, which I'm getting to that point because I can't deal with all of this shit, but as long as I can deal with it, I'm gonna deal with it. But you know, I get so much information from my supporters, my fans, from doing it the way that I'm doing it, with them hitting my DMs and asking, because that's when they tell you that they like this particular song and they telling it straight to you, and they, man, this right here, and yeah, it's the extra of yeah, give me that. What payment app you want to use? And now we got, like, with all of these projects, like you said, because there's merch to all these projects, so there's all of these different flagged accounts in my Instagram and my Facebook and, you know, TikToks and Twitters and shit. Okay. Across all of these social medias, and it's like them, it's long inside of our threads, them reaching out. So it's like that shit is crazy, you know? Because when it's like that, you can see that this one person has bought 15 albums from you and all of the merch related items that went with it. Yeah. Come on, dog, like you, and it's right there versus, you know, however else you would be selling that shit. So I can just, another thing is, however many thousands of followers that you got, when you post something, there ain't no guarantee they gonna see it, right? So even though your website is always there for somebody to see if they choose to be on the net looking for your website or whatnot, but having those DMs with these individuals, these interaction with these people, man, and it just be making me want to over deliver. That's why, merch wise, man, I be trying to overdo it. I be trying to give people, unique experiences and items that's worthy of being kept and all that shit, and show that I take all of this shit so fucking to the heart that my goal is to, because they repping you, you know what I mean? So it's like I give them stuff, in my opinion, that's like, man, ain't nobody doing it. I'm determined to show you that I'm the best at this shit, and not just, of course, the music, which is the primary thing, but every aspect of this shit I want at the highest level. So what we call, affectionately, we call it merch, but I'm just want to give cool, useful items that represent what it is and the position that we're at and how this shit's supposed to be, the quality and all of this shit. I'm not giving you no bullshit in no way, form, or fashion. I'm giving you the highest form of this shit that I am capable of. And with more, I would do more. You know what I mean? I'll do even more.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as an independent music and merchandise seller, in 2024, what is the highest source of income for you?
In 2024, the highest source of income. Okay. It's funny you should ask that, because there is not a one thing. Like, that's one of the mystical things of this game.
It ain't one that's a little bit
because you put into it. Like, for example, somebody right now is buying 250 CDs from me, right? Okay. CDs.
It's crazy.
Right? They want 5 projects, 50 each of these projects, just so they can give them out. They just want everybody in the world to have them,
That's dope.
Fans. Like, you got people in Finland, Prague, that this is another insight into the reason why this fraternity of Houston, rappers and different people, OGs, how you were saying,
yeah.
The reason why this circle is so close knit, because once you become entwined into the algorithm, man, people have got onto me, like I said, from Europe and shit like that, straight on some, because I be popping up in the algorithm and they fans of Houston music. They're Houston music fans. They never been to Houston. They never been to Texas. They never been to America. Some have been to America. The only slabs they ever seen was online and in pictures and shit like that. So people are fucking, getting on to you like that, and then they just want to understand your particular world and your viewpoint. So I'm saying all that to say that that's another part of the gift that keeps on giving, from just being from down or here.
It's no limitation.
No, it's no limitations, but it's a pathway, like a pathway into bigger audiences. Like, if you caught like a ocean, it's a river that leads to an ocean. Right. Versus some places is landlocked. It ain't nothing that lead to nothing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Or it's a little bitty path. This is a place that lead to something possibly much bigger. It is much bigger. So that's kind of like a little bit of the from people, because at the end of the day, you need to be fit to represent this shit if it's gonna be on somebody's name. Yeah. If you finna be on somebody's name, you need to be fit to carry the torch, to be a person that can not gonna go out there and embarrass us. What if I go out there and do some complete crazy hoe shit? You know what I'm saying? It make the whole fraternity get looked on bad, like the whole state get looked at bad. That's what I'm saying. You gotta pay your dues doing what you doing. You see people sometimes that get mad at something, immediately blow they top.
Yeah.
But people been watching you. People been wanting to, you know what I mean, to fuck with you for a while and was gonna fuck with you. They been watching you, fans of what you got going on. But then now that you done got mad one time, you done, man, all of this shit, blah, blah, you done said some things that you can't take back.
Facts.
And people is feeling like, I'm glad that I didn't fuck with them. So that's why you be having to work for so long in your own little path and in your own little lane. But just to, you know, to answer your question, because I know I went around the bush, but in this game, you put into it, and it pay you back the way that it want to pay you back.
Real shit.
So you might be putting a lot of bread into this, and then you wondering why the bread ain't coming back to you from the streaming. But the game gonna pay you back the way it chooses to pay you back, and that's a key lesson. That's something I learned from him.
You put in the seed, you get the fruit.
Right, but you don't get to determine. The same way as when you do good come back to you. You can do good for me, and I may not ever pay you back. I may not never do nothing good for you, but you're gonna receive the good that you put into this world. You know that. You know that somebody gonna bless your game. It might don't be me. A lot of times we look for our good to come back from the one that we gave it to, and we get pissed off if it don't. Hey man, I've been doing this for you. You ain't never done shit for me. You a hoe, but then life was always giving you what you put in. Somebody gave you some bread. Somebody gave you an opportunity. Somebody told the man that they need to hire you. Somebody, put in a good word for you in some kind of way. But you don't look at that as this world or this universe, as they like to say, giving it back to you. And it's the same thing in rap. You don't get to say that I'm finna put this much money in it and these streams is gonna pay me this. I'm talking about if you're doing this shit honestly. But you'll be putting into this shit.
Limited yourself if you don't look at it like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, people they gonna hit you with the verse, man. Somebody gonna pay you 10 for a verse, man. Somebody gonna give you goddamn me, 8,000 for that show. Somebody gonna do that. They gonna do it. You don't know this person. You don't know the ones that's gonna be influenced by you. Somebody want 5 CDs that you've been done made. They want 50 of these each.
It's all about being in position to reap the reward.
Yeah, and frequency to reap what niggas don't be in the right frequency.
Facts.
To get what it is that they supposed to be getting.
Facts. No, absolutely.